Hey guys, great to be here. Just a quick show of hands. Who's thinking about building a product, about to launch a product, or has one live? Okay, a few hands, that's good. Well, this talk's for you then. How do I change the slides? Do I click?
You should have your little controller right there. Is it right?
No,
right there?
Oh, up here? Okay, yeah. Great, thank you. Okay, so bad news though. Nobody cares about your product. So sorry to break this to you guys. It's not because your product isn't any good, or that you're not smart enough, or you're not working hard enough. It's because most people don't spend long enough to actually learn what your product actually is. How many of you have been on a website and closed it after 5 seconds because you just don't understand what it means? That's something we all do. It's the reality. There is so much competition. So if you're not incredibly clear with what you're actually selling and how you're communicating that value, most people switch off. And that's why 90% of products fail. A website, especially the hero section, it should have a very clear description, a visual that supports it, and conversion optimized CTAs. And trust triggers, metrics, your partner logos, recognizable brands, all of these things are incredibly important. It's not 2021 anymore. The market has evolved, and products have to evolve with the market. People are smarter than ever, and they need more convincing, and there is more competition. That 2021 energy is no longer a thing. And the ones that win are the ones that deeply understand the value that they're delivering to their customers. And also, how do they communicate that? Okay, so a little bit about me. I started a job at a company called Gala Games in 2021. I was the creative director, and I was the 15th person to be hired by the company. Some of you might have heard of Gala, some of you might not. But over the course of 2021, we went from 15 employees to about 500. We had a token that was in the top 80 on CoinMarketCap. Our community was 250,000. And they made over $1 billion in ecosystem sales. My role was to scale up a design team. So I scaled the design team that would position the different products and brands. We would brand them, we would design them, and then bring them to market. I was there for 4 years, and we failed a lot, but we also had quite a lot of wins. So through those failures and those wins, I created a bit of a framework, a 5-step program, essentially. Something that can guide you. If you follow the steps, it gives you a much better chance of being successful, being that 10% instead of that 90%. So after 4 years at Gala, about 18 months ago now, I started Proof of Work Studio. I'm the co-founder and creative director at Proof of Work Studio. And we've taken this playbook and we're using it to help our clients succeed. I'm just going to play a very quick show reel, and then I'm going to take you through the 5 steps. Okay, and at the very end, I will, there's a QR code, and no strings attached. I'll send it to whoever wants it. Yeah, so that's just our most recent show reels, just demonstrating some of the work we've done. But yeah, let me get into the 5 steps, because ultimately you guys, want to get some value out of this. It's not just about talking about my experience and what we do. I want to show you these 5 steps so that you can take them, put it to practice. Okay, so first things first, you've got to, step 1, define your brand and product strategy. Before you dive into logos and branding, you've got to build that foundation. And it starts with your mission and your vision. What's that North Star? Where is the company going directionally? Make sure you've got that alignment internally and externally. Your audience, who are you selling to? What are their motivations? You've got to get into the psychology of the audience you're trying to convert. Otherwise, you don't understand what their needs are. Define your product. If someone doesn't understand what you do in under 5 seconds, then you failed to define your product, or at least describe your product. And what is your unique value? What is your product? What does it stand for? What's the unique value proposition, your competitive advantage? And where does it fit in the market? So define your brand and your product strategy, step 1. Once you've got your foundation, you can start putting the building blocks on top and look at your visual and verbal identity. Starting with your logo. A logo should be 3 things. It's as simple as that. You should have something that is appropriate for context. So that should, reflect your strategy. It should be simple. Don't overcomplicate it. And memorable, so unique. Typography and colors, so again, you want to try and express a tone. You want it to appeal to the audience that you're trying to convert. Select some typography and colors that kind of express that tone. Brand device, so patterns, iconography. Again, create these different brand components so that it feels unique and ownable. Also, if you're creating marketing content, which everyone should be, it gives you more variety, but also make sure that everything stays cohesive. Tone of voice, so you've got to look as, create this visual identity, but you've also got to have a verbal identity. You want to have something that is consistent, that is appropriate, and also resonates with the audience. Step 3. Foster trust in the brand. So typically, if you've got any sort of key documents, white papers, tokenomics, don't hide them. Make sure they're clear on the website. Be transparent about the business and the model. Investors now are becoming smarter and smarter each cycle. Anything hidden is going to turn them off. Introduce the team. Show who is driving the project. Real people, credible people, very important. Make it human. Partner logos. It's amazing how many times you go on a website and there aren't the partner logos, or they're at the very bottom of the page. As much as you can, bring them right up, above the fold, because a lot of them will be recognizable, and these are trust triggers. Success metrics. Again, if you've got successful metrics, community members, TVL, whatever it is, highlight those as well. And then social proof. Testimonials, customer feedback. Again, put that on your page. Your website, the homepage, is a conversion funnel. You need to think of it as a conversion funnel. And these are very important aspects of that. Okay, so conversion optimized CTAs are designed to convert your target users. And it's really important to establish a clear path to revenue. So what is your sales funnel? So initially, you might want to offer something that's free, but high value to that user. Then you're reducing the friction. So for example, we offer free website or brand audits. So this is simple, there's no cost. So something you can offer them that's no cost, but they get some value back, and it means they've signed up. That's your lead magnet. Then you've got your tripwire. Once you've actually got your lead. You want to kind of convert them into a paying customer. You don't want them to, well, they might go for your core product offer, but you could offer something that's a little bit more low cost, again, to convert them into that paying customer. So, early offers, early entry offers, first time, new arrival offers, things like that. Then you've got your core product. They're already a paying customer at this point, and you can then upsell your core product. So you're taking them on this journey step by step. You're not jumping in the deep end. They dip their toe in, and they're getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And then before they know it, they're using your core product. Once they are using your core product, what can you upsell to that user? Premium upgrades, exclusive offers and content, anything you can think of, upsell to maximize your revenue. And then retention. People forget about this. They've got the conversion, someone signed up, and then, we've got them. Let's just, focus on getting new customers. But you need to have something to keep them coming back. What's the road back? Loyalty programs, rewards, future discounts, etc. Step 5, connect with your community. So build a community. The community can be a really great marketing tool. So foster that community, engage with that community. If you know your audience, you should know what platforms you should be distributing your content to. So again, part of that strategy in defining that audience, understand what channels they're using, and make sure you are on those channels. And finally, quality content. You can do all this work, you can build the product, you can build the website and the brand, and if you're not going to promote it with quality content, then ultimately you're doing it a disservice. So make sure that you represent the product and the brand and produce quality content. And there are ways to do this with templates and various other tools, but it's important to make sure the content is high quality. Okay, guys, well, feel free to scan the QR. That's my Telegram. I'm happy to sort of send the worksheet to you and answer any questions. Just a big thank you to the Redacted Live team, formerly known as, I can't say. But I know everyone's been working really hard for this event and appreciate all the hard work, and it's been great being here. So I'll leave you now. I'll get my phone. Thank you.